Hi, my name is Tina from the Wind Mountains. This is very unnerving. This is actually quite very difficult to do right now. Even though I've been in front of the camera many times, to record myself speaking is not a natural thing. So please forgive me if I fumble and mumble. Hello, my name is Tina from the Wind Mountains. Welcome. This is my second YouTube video. My first one bombed miserably. Anyway, I'm not going to give up. I know it takes time and it takes a lot of practice, period. My husband tells me that I must be in front of the camera. So anyway, even though I've been in front of it many times, I'm not comfortable. I'm hoping with time that I'll get used to it and become more natural. As natural as I can be. Anyway, so let's get started. Here is a little bit of FlossTube. I've been cross-stitching for many years. I was born and raised in New York City, and that's where I used to cross-stitch. Anyway, the only place you can get a cross-stitch kit was in, Michael's or Ames. You'd be able to find a kit. You never were able to find a pattern. It was always on Ada cloth, and this is how it was in New York City. Never knew that there were specialty shops. I never knew that there were designers. It was very limited. I had no idea what was out there. One day I was watching Tammy Ernest and she did a FlossTube, and I was like, what is a FlossTube? Anyway, I was shocked at what she was stitching. It was beautiful. I was so excited. I didn't know where to shop for anything, so I went right on Etsy and I just Googled, cross stitch patterns, and I couldn't believe what was coming up. I just started throwing things into my shopping cart, and I just started having fun stitching again. I came to the country during COVID, fled from the city, left everything behind in the city, and then actually that's not important. Let's not do that. We winded up, so in the end, I winded up just buying a whole bunch of things. I haven't even started cross-stitching most of them. But I started on a few projects, and let's jump right into it. So here we go. Stars by Plum Street Sampler. Forgive the glare. I'll get more used to doing this. I was attracted to this by a barn. Love barns. Love anything farmland, farm animals. They're just very, very joyous to me. So this is all I have. I'm not cutting down this cloth. This is actually 32 count Hearthland by PTB Fabrics. That was another thing, stitching on linen. Never done that before, but I'm not going to cut this back yet because I don't think I'm going to do this into a pillow. I'm not sure we're going to do yet. So I started putting the stars. So I barely got the R in there, but this is what I have so far. And then, of course, tomatoes. Who doesn't love tomatoes, right? I had to do this. Never stitched a sampler before. This is my first time doing one. So with needle and thread, is just lovely and beautiful. So I was excited to do this one. And this is stitched on 32 count Belfast linen, cream and sugar fiber on a whim. And this is what I have so far. It's hard to see, but this is what I have. Many little tomatoes. Love tomatoes. When we plant a garden, it's the first thing we put into the ground. Tomatoes is first seeds we start. It is the majority of our food here. This year, unfortunately, we did not get a chance to plant a garden, and we are lacking in good produce. And believe it or not, living in the country, lacking good produce, that's horrible. Then we have falling snow. Just beautiful. I fell in love with this. Look at all those snowflakes. Just beautiful. This is Shannon Christine Designs, and I'm stitching this Actually, you know what I did? So this way I know the ups and the downs. I put a little safety pin on top, so this way I'm not turned around on it. But the most beautiful thing about this, it has beadwork. I don't know if you can see that. Look at all the beautiful beads. This is fun to stitch. So much fun. I think this is 14 count Calypso. It was what the model was stitched on. Fell in love with it. Didn't want to change a thing on it. Bought the DMC floss, and I'm just so pretty. I'm having fun with this one. So been looking for something a nice cross stitch project that says Home Sweet Home. Haven't been able to find anything. So I found this because this sort of looks like my house. I live in a SAL box, and this is Spring Sampler by, yeah, I'm gonna butcher this name, please forgive me. It is Crocette et Gogo. Please correct me. If you can write it phonetically in the subject, in the comics, I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, so I figured I change things around, move things around, change some of the colors, and make my own Home Sweet Home. It's got a sheep. Of course, I have my little lammy on my homestead, and it's got a goose. It's got rabbits. I have rabbits hopping all over my property. I love it. Trees, fruits, birds. What's not to love? And this is stitched on 32 count vintage country mocha, and this is what I have so far. Totally made a million mistakes, and I don't care. I kind of like it. So I got to put a branch. I'm not gonna make the bird exactly pink and white like it's over here. I'm gonna change the colors up. So I'm looking forward to doing that a little bit at a time. Next is Busy Hands Happy Heart. Isn't that beautiful? I'm stitching that one right now, the pillow on the bottom. I already bought the linen for the piece on top, which I think is a 36 count linen blue jeans. I forgot who makes it, but I will list it down below. So, and this is, I believe, a 28 count kutsu. Please forgive me if I pronounce anything wrong. This is what I have so far. Making mistakes like crazy, but I don't care. I've been stitching for nearly 30 years, and I'm always making mistakes. And I don't care if I can make them work and I can get away with it, I go for it. So that's what I've been stitching. I have decided to join in on the Blackbird Academy SAL. So I'm very excited about that. I can't get over all these wonderful patterns are out there. Fell in love with Blackbird. This is the first book of patterns I have purchased. And I've decided to do this because it's kind of like my house. I have to stitch everything that's like my house. I'm in love with it. So I have started. I don't have the fabric written down. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. I'm probably going to stitch this on a little pillow, but this is all I have so far. So I'm very excited about that. And it's, you know, my mother taught me sewing, knitting, crocheting. I'm a terrible knitter. I'm not even that great at crocheting, but I do enjoy it. She taught me how to cross stitch. One day I might show you a wedding blanket she made me, and she actually cross stitched flowers in the knit. It's just magnificent, so beautiful. Always goes onto my bed every winter. It is a very, very warm blanket and a heavy blanket. But she's the one that taught me. No one else in my family got into any sort of sewing, knitting, crocheting, cross stitch, embroidery. I was the only one out of all my friends. I'm the only one. So I really don't have anyone to share this with. So the fact that there's this huge community out there, I'm very excited. So I'm happy to join it all along on this SAL. Next I have Happy Day Plum Street Samplers. Of course it has a rabbit. I have to have it in an American flag. I know it's patriotic. Love it. I'm actually one of those who can stitch out of season, so I don't mind. I would have been much more far along than this, but I made a huge mistake. I could not get away with it, so I had to take it all out and start over again. This is stitched on Sandcastle 32 count by Fox and Rabbit. Love Fox and Rabbit linens. Love them, love them, love them. This just feels so good. Look how beautiful this color is. I'm in love with it. ABC 123 sampler. Isn't that beautiful? I'm excited about this one. This one I am doing all the call for. It's just too magnificent not to. No, let me take the back. Next we have ABC 123 by With Thy Needle and Thread. Start over. ABC 123 by With Thy Needle and Thread. Isn't that beautiful? I'm in love. I was tempted to extend the windows in the house, make it wider, but this pattern is so perfect, I cannot change it. I am using the call for thread because I don't want to change anything on this. But the linen, on the other hand, I had this on hand, and it is 32 count Belfast linen, cream and sugar, fiber on a whim, and this is what I have. Just the little roof so far. I was having fun, and then life gets in the way. Let's just put it that way. It's a fun stitch so far. Then we have Homegrown Tomatoes by the Scarlett House. Isn't that beautiful? Tomatoes, of course, gotta have tomatoes. Love it. This is me and my husband in the garden. I should stitch our names underneath it. Please forgive, I have a thread here and a needle, so I've learned that this is a big faux pas, but this is exactly how we know where we are, so why is it a bad thing? So far, this is all I have. I am making quite a few mistakes on this one. Actually, I'm making mistakes in all of them. It's very difficult to stitch on linen for me after stitching for so many years on Ada. So this is Vintage Country Mocha, 32 count. Right now, I'm still at the 32 count stage. 36 is a little bit off-putting. I actually flipped it over instead of using, what is that called? Is that the mottled? I went with the other side, which is just a nice even color. Fell in love with this one. Scattered Seed Samplers, Cottontail and Company. How can I not? Look at that. Isn't he cute? Love the colors in this. Love the rabbit. Of course, I have rabbits everywhere. Just absolutely beautiful. I just started the border. Made mistakes already. Actually, I think it kind of goes like this. Still, made mistakes already. I don't care. I'm going to try to make it work. Keeper of the Pins, With Thy Needle and Thread. Isn't that fun? Forgive the glare. So this is, I've decided to do red sampler pincushion. Isn't that cute? I'm going to do them all. They're just lovely. I'm not going to cut this linen back yet. This is what I have so far. Because I'm not exactly sure how am I going to do this or display this, but I do know one thing. I wanted, if I'm going to frame it with all the patterns on one cloth, I know that I would want this on the bottom corner. So that's why I'm keeping it like this. This is Vintage Country Mocha, 32 count. I'm stitching this on the back side so I can have a nice even back palette. And, not palette, excuse me, background. Nice even canvas. It's beautiful. I love the fact that you can use both of them. It's so easy to stitch, and I found out why, because it hasn't been because it's printed and it has been dyed. and wet. It didn't shrink, so it's easy to find the holes and stitch them. I am enjoying that one. And boy, I'm not very original. The next one is Sewing Tomato. Isn't that lovely? This is by Erin Elizabeth Designs. And I just started one of the borders right there down below, you can see. And again, it is stitched on, well, this one is stitched on Milk and Honey 32 count Belfast fiber by Fiber on a Whim. And that's what we have as my current stitching projects. I like to share with you, I have some haul that I like to share with you. I feel like every week a package is coming in, and just from haul on cross stitch patterns. So I'll get those out. So I have a Seaside cross stitch pattern by Hello from Liz Mathews. Isn't that lovely? My last video, I was having a tough time picking fabrics, linens, because I wanted to use from my stash. In the end, I wind up ordering the call for, because it's just, look at those colors. Aren't they just beautiful? Actually, I wound up using the suggested fabrics. So it's not the call for, because there was two options that 123 Stitch was offering. One of them, the bottom part is Cobalt 32 count Belfast by Fiber on a Whim. Isn't that beautiful? Just lovely. I think that would make beautiful under the sea linen. And the other one is 32 count Fog Belfast linen by Fiber on a Whim. I assume it's Fiber on a Whim. Notice that they tend to use Belfast as a name. If I'm wrong, please correct me, but there is, I can double check it, and I'll put it in the description below. But the two together, look at that. Aren't they beautiful? Just so beautiful. So I think that's going to be a really fun stitch. I grew up by the sea, so not only am I in the country, and I love all sorts of farm and animals, I love anything by the sea. Love the seaside. I love everything about it. The sandy toes, and the salt on your lips, and the sun-scorched shoulders. It's just being at the beach, clamming with your feet, and you just fill around in the sand and grab clams, and then everything that came with it, the seagulls and everything. Love the sounds, love the smells. I miss it immensely. So hopefully one day I get to go visit it soon. It's been about a year since I went to the beach, so growing up at the beach, it's kind of hard for me not to be there. So let me not get misty-eyed when it comes to talking about the beach, because I do miss it terribly. So next we have from Summer House Stitchworks, Fragments in Time 2023, number 6, Berlin woolwork. Isn't that charming? Just lovely. So I haven't gotten the linen yet, because I'm just gonna, since it's such a small piece, I'm gonna use a bit of whatever I have scrapped over, left over from my projects. And I did get the call for linens. Well, actually it's DMC. And I got a little bit of beads to embellish the little project with. Isn't they cute? Just adorable. Trying to get them focusing. Yeah, they're just pretty, aren't they? I love using beadwork in these projects. So next we'll be stitching Plum Street samplers. Sheep Heap. Of course, I have to have Sheep Heap. Look at that. Aren't they adorable? They're so cute. So cute. Oh, love this. I think this is going to be tons of fun. I love all their heap, Plum Street's all their heap, Raccoon Rabble, and Oh, what was the name of the pigs? The pigs are adorable. So I had to start with the sheep, of course. The chickens, the patriotic chickens, oh, hysterical. So I'm looking forward to stitching all of those. And so I think this is going to be tons of fun to stitch. So I did get the DMC. Looking forward to stitching that. So next I have Miss Prim's Flirting Turkeys. I've raised turkeys, love turkeys. I think they are my favorite thing to have on homestead. They are lovely, sweet, gentle creatures. Just adore them. So here they are. Aren't they beautiful? And I have let me get the linen out for you. Should have had this out before, prepared before. So I have 32 count vintage smoky white. And here it is. Isn't that beautiful? Do you see that? Just lovely. So I'll put the all the information in the description below. Next is Needle Treasure Nook, the Rusted Pumpkin. Isn't that beautiful? We grow pumpkins here. Not this year, unfortunately, but pumpkins are so much fun to grow. Look at that, all the beautiful little acorns are just lovely. And the oak leaves. Perfect. Autumn stitch. Love it. And I did get the Call for Thread floss. Fallen Leaves by Classic Colorworks. Here it is. Can I do that? Trying to do this. I'm doing terrible at it. There it is. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that color. I think it's going to be perfect. I think that's going to be fun. And then there's a little more Christmas in July stitching, but we're in August now. So Christmas in August? Yes, Christmas in August. I agree. Heartstring Samplers, Marshmallow World. How fun is that? Isn't that charming? So I ordered the Call for Linen, which is Weeks Dye Works Weeks Dye Works Dove 36 count. It came in looking green. So I called 123 Stitch. Love 123 Stitch. I called them and they helped me pick out a linen that would go perfect with this. So I have ordered it. Can't wait for it to come in. And I got the Call for DMC. There it is. And this one's interesting. Look at that. Can you see? Try to all the detail. It's just beautiful. I can't wait to use that. And the other two were Weeks Dye Work thread. These are the two. One is Arrowhead and the other one is Dove. So these are the two colors. So beautiful. And the last bit of my haul, which I couldn't believe when I saw this. I thought this was magnificent. Jaw-dropping. I actually showed it to my son, and he's like, whoa, we got to get that. A Worthy Patriot. Isn't that magnificent? So, Plum Tree Samplers. I cannot wait to start stitching this. Got everything called for. The waiting for everything to come in hasn't come in yet. So I just had to just look at this and just go over it. It's just so beautiful, everything about it. So I can't wait to start this. And that's what I have as my cross stitch haul. I'd like to talk to you about this quilt back here. This, I showed a glimpse of it in my last video. It was on my domestic sewing machine being quilted. It is a birthday gift for my son. His birthday already passed. I already gave it to him. So he doesn't even know I have a YouTube channel, or at least I started one. He has, actually, no one knows. I didn't tell anybody except my husband. So anyway, this is all done. These fabrics are all Marshall dry goods. And I put a minky background because I know my son, he likes to get all cuddly. We are patriotic all year long. So he, I know that he would not mind the minky. He would love the minky, especially over here at nights. The nighttime gets pretty cold. So we usually sit in front of the fire and bring out blankets outside and just sit and talk under the stars. So this is it. So here's the pattern is by Lisa Sutherland, Stars and Bars. This is the pattern. It's a free pattern on, I forgot the name of it. Forgot the name of her website. But it's a free pattern. I will link her website below. I went in to grab the link of the free pattern, and right now she doesn't have her patterns up, but she says she will have them up in July. Oh, it's already August and they're not up yet. So hopefully she'll have them up soon, and you'll at least have the link to her website. You can also message her and find out what the details are. But isn't that beautiful? So next I have a few quilting projects I've been doing. This is an adorable little beehive. I actually have two of them now. Here's the other one. Same fabrics, just positioned differently. And these is just stash. I actually got the fabrics from Hobby Lobby, and I thought they'd be just so beautiful for this. And I got the pattern out of Farm Girl Vintage too. The beehive is right over there. You can see it. This is an amazing, amazing book. Highly recommend it. I have Lori Holtz. I think I have almost all of her books. Love them, love them, love them, love them. I can't say enough good things about her patterns. The next thing I have is have a bit of a forest. Isn't that cute? I have made, I think about 18 of these. Just building a beautiful, beautiful forest. All different ones. Just so pretty. And I am doing Lookout by Elizabeth Hartman. Love all of Elizabeth Hartman's patterns. Actually, this is my Leaders and Enders project. So I have it off on the side, and as I'm quilting anything, I'll put a little bit of a tree together. And that's what I've been doing with her stuff. Another thing I've been putting together is, this is actually a Jolly Bar pattern from the Fat Quarter Shop. From the Sun Drenched Collection Bird's Eye View quilt. And there it is. These Jolly Bars are no longer available, but you can still get her patterns. You can still get her fabric. Her fabric is gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. She knocked this one out of the park. I thought, I mean, like, just beautiful. So here it is. Can you, you don't need to see me, you know what I look like. But isn't that beautiful? Look at this fabric. Isn't that just lovely? Just lovely. Look at all those beautiful flowers. And then over here, she has bees also. Love anything with honeybees, bumblebees. Love bees. Just gorgeous fabrics. In love. Absolutely in love. I do love all of her fabrics, and I'll link her fabrics down below where you can get them, whatever's left. But unfortunately, no more Jolly Bars. As my quilting haul goes, I picked up quite a few Elizabeth Hartman patterns. The Fat Quarter Shop had a coupon in this whole sampler box for Elizabeth Hartman patterns, and I got a lot. First one is Whale Watching. Isn't that beautiful? Just so cute. Look at the orca. Ah! She actually had a really beautiful whale pattern in the Sew Sampler box. Just lovely. I can't wait to do that one. And next we have Delightful Desert. Look at the bobcat. Oh my goodness, and the coyote. So cute. The butterflies. Is that a moth? It's probably a moth. Just beautiful. Fab Farm. I have to have farm. Of course I have to have farm. Look at that. The cow is so funny. And the sheep and the chicken and the horse. Just lovely. And then we have Fancy Forest. I love that owl. The fox. The porcupine is hysterical. And then I got Mixing It Up by Lori Holt. How cool is that? Love it. Love her patterns. And 1 yard aprons. Those are so cute. Oh, look at that. Stinking cute, aren't they? I can't wait to do these. So this is what I have going on right now. I did put a little clip together of just a few of the projects that I'm working on. I do have quite a bit going on in the house between livestock and family and just keeping a home. It's a lot, but it's a lot of fun. It's something that I love doing. Never thought living in the country would make me so happy, especially for a city girl. I've been up here, including COVID, 8 years. Love every second of it. Kicking myself I didn't do it when I was 20. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you consider subscribing to my channel and sharing. Thank you. Have a great day.